I want to share with you my new water bottle system, water filtration system, whatever you want to call it, how I manage my water in the backcountry. And for those of you that cannot wait and don't want to wait till the end to learn about it, I'll show you. It's essentially two of these polar bottles. These are cycling bottles, and a BeFree and a CNOC bag. This is a 2-liter, and now that you know what the system is, if you want to click off the video, feel free to go ahead and kill the absolute success of this video. But for those who want to stick around and learn why I chose this water bottle setup for filtration, that's what I'll get into next. Before I do, let me just talk about what I used for years beforehand. I hiked the PCT with, and that is the standard Sawyer with a smart water bottle. I had a dirty bottle and I had a clean bottle, and we all know the drill. We've seen it a million times, right? And it worked great. Again, I hiked the entire PCT with that system, and for a long time thereafter, up until maybe a year ago or so, I started playing, and here's why. It's not that I had any issues or complaints with that system, but there were a couple hangups. The first was I started feeling really bad about buying these smart water bottles and just discarding them, and after a while, and yes, if you're on a long trail, you're going to use the same one for months and months and months. But what I found was I was always buying like a new bottle. Every time I'd go out, I'd just stop by the grocery store, grab a new 1-liter bottle, and that was what I was doing. So I felt like I was just wasting a lot of plastic. So I started looking around, and I started thinking about cycling bottles. Started looking into it, and cycling bottles have a great feature. Yeah. It's upside down. I can shake it, I can do whatever I want, and then I can squirt it into my mouth and drink. And it's a nice flow. So if you're drinking from a Sawyer Squeeze, you know the flow sucks. If you're drinking from a regular bottle, you have to unscrew the cap and then drink it. It was starting to annoy me. The other thing that I was realizing was I was kind of tired of having like a dirty bottle and a clean bottle and having to keep track of which is which if I took the filter off. So what I have now, my entire system is this. I have 2 clean bottles at all times, just under 1 liter. And then my dirty bag is always this, with a filter on it. And it's super easy to scoop. It takes no time at all. And the BeFree flows so much better than the Sawyer Squeeze. My only gripe with the BeFree is that for some reason you have to soak it before your trip. So 2 days before your trip, you need to soak it and make sure that it's working. Otherwise, water won't flow. Right off the shelf, they will totally work fine and have this great flow. But I've noticed that once it dries out, and I don't really understand why, once it dries out, you have to re-soak it, and it's a bit of a pain, but if you know you're going on a backpacking trip, just freaking soak it, hang it, fill it with a little bit of water, soak it, and you're good to go. I really like this setup, and it's just made things really, really simple. 2 clean bottles, 1 dirty bag, and I have 4 liters between the 3 objects. These are amazing to drink out of. In fact, I end up drinking more because I can get more water out of it. They're skinny, they fit right in your pocket, they have this little grip on them, but then also, you know, I don't really take the lid off this thing unless I'm actually filtering water into it. And that prevents me from accidentally spilling my water. I know a lot of people that have spilled their water that they need because they had to take the cap off and they set it down. Well, this, I can just set it down, open this thing up. This is open, and it's not going to come out because there's this little valve in here, this little dam like you have to suck on or push on to allow the water to flow. So if this tips over, if you're having a break and it tips over, it's not going to spill your water. So I love that feature. I can wash these, I can dishwash them, so that's really nice. So they're clean after every trip. The only thing I don't like about it is that I have to get my filter bag out, you know, whereas like the Sawyer's just really efficient, like it's just on your bottle and ready to go. This takes one little extra step, but it prevents me from having to buy bottles over and over again. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This shape it's kind of annoying. Like this is as tight as it gets. You can take the filter off and it would get really small, and there's a cap that goes on here, but then you have to figure out where to put your filter. And I want to just keep it on the bag so it's always there and kind of use it as a cap. I've been running this setup for over a year now, waiting to kind of figure out, do I like it, do I not like it? And I like it. I don't really see myself changing anytime soon. I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys stuck around to the end. If you did, great. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. You could do the same thing. I think you could mimic this exact same thing with like a really cheap Gatorade bottle, and it would work just fine. The idea is you have to squeeze it to make the water come out, so it's not gonna it's gonna prevent you from losing your water at the end of the day. You're gonna eventually knock it over, tip it, something like that when the lid's off. And if you're like a friend of mine who tipped his water over, he's like miles and miles from the next source. So I don't know, something to think about. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.